November 2nd, 2022. Good evening, dear faithful viewers of Camdis Television. We begin this newscast right away with our major stories. The bad state of the national number 10 roads leaking Biteng to Onziem Areng Kwabang have recorded another accident with material loss this November 2nd, 2022 around 3 a.m. breaking this Tuesday morning. The population cry for reconstruction. The fight against ovarian cancer intensifies against youth with the sensitization on the vaccine against this illness claiming lives. This formidable initiative to provide health services to the community took place this day at the Yaoundé Multipurpose Sports Complex. Those were headlines, developments in a moment. As you heard in one of our lead stories, we begin with health, talking about the ovarian cancer. There was a sensitization cafe that took place at the Yaoundé Multipurpose Sports Complex. It was an opportunity to sensitize youth to carry out information round on the importance of getting vaccinated against ovarian cancer. Our reporters Afujis Lane and Samuel Bonis were there, and this is the report.
Youth Engaged for Cameroon, Free from Epidemic and Endemic, has seen a health fair organized at the Yaoundé Multipurpose Sports Complex under the auspices of the Ministry of Public Health. Characterized by sensitizations on the importance of the polio vaccine to children aged 0 to 5 years, free health consultations, emphasis was laid on the vaccination against ovarian cancer, a disease which is seen to have affected most women of childbearing age.
We know that many people are suffering of cancer. And the most important solution now, the most credible solution is vaccination. If you are not vaccinated, you will not have another solution. When you have cancer, everything that people are doing on you is just to keep you. There is no real solution now. The solution we are promoting is vaccination.
This health fair was also an opportunity to get the youth actively involved in promoting their talents to sensitize the public.
We have shows and music as communication support for our activities because we know that Crise is one of the most important musicians in our day. So with her, we are sure that many young people will accept immunization. Many young people will accept promoting health in their area.
The 3-day fair is one which hopes to provide affordable health services to the community for the benefit of all.
We continue with herds as part of activities to commemorate the African Day for the fight against counterfeit and illicit pharmaceutical products. The Minister of Public Health, Dr. Manauda Malashi, presided over a press briefing November 1st to present the different measures that the government is being taking or putting in place to see how to fight against these illicit drugs that are very dangerous to the health. Our reporter Afujis Lane tells us more.
Despite the effective start of the implementation of the National Multi-Sector Plan to fight against counterfeit drugs and the illicit trafficking of pharmaceutical products, much remains to be done to eradicate this scourge. Our country is still a serious situation in some areas.
With an estimated amount of over 4 billion francs CFA of fake drugs destroyed in 2021, the smooth functioning of 5 regional and divisional committees to check on the importation, exportation and sale of medications, and the inspection of public and private pharmacies to ascertain their efficacy are part of the measures put in by the Cameroonian government to fight against counterfeit drugs.
I commit myself in the fight against this criminal activity, and I invite all health professionals in the pharmaceutical sector in particular to uphold ethics. Thus, the theme of this day, raising our voices to combat counterfeit drugs, reminds us in the timely manner of the urgent need to increase our efforts in strengthening the fight against counterfeit drugs in the context of the COVID-19 pandemic.
Being a major health issue, the consumption of these drugs are seen to have negative consequences on not just the consumers, but also on the economy, one wherein the Ministry of Public Health has called on Cameroonians to be cautious.
1. Take care of yourselves and your family by reading the leaflets of the drugs you take, because a drug only used and not properly kept become poison. 2. Don't joke with drugs. Don't buy them anywhere. Quality drugs are found in private or hospital pharmacies. Street drugs kill, and we are all responsible.
With its commitment to continue to fight against these counterfeit drugs and illicit pharmaceutical products, the entire public is hereby called upon to join efforts with the government of Cameroon to combat this ill.
Yesterday, November 1st, 2022, marked exactly 40 years since the Yaoundé Conference Center was created. As part of activities to celebrate this 40th anniversary today, intellectuals met at the Yaoundé Conference Center to present the different socio-political and cultural aspects that have taken place at the center, an opportunity to also propose solutions to see how to ameliorate situations of working at the Yaoundé Conference Center to make it a monument in the country. Our reporter Geraldine Nassé has details.
This second day celebration of the Ruby's Jubilee of the Yaoundé Conference Center was a roundtable conference with some intellectuals specialized in various fields of study. The about 2 hour 30-minute conference saw these intellectuals present the political, cultural and diplomatic aspects of the center.
The place where the memory is kept is the very place where every consideration should be given. Because when you don't know where to keep your memory, you're completely lost. And this place, by this event, shows that we should be aware of the importance of place of memory. And this 40 years of this hall has been well done, such a way that everyone should understand that the place of memory should be well kept.
The exchanges equally saw the participation of students from the universities of Yaoundé 1 and 2 who appreciated the contributions made.
Brought out, and that was Professor Onangini, who brought out the fact that you cannot do politics without big manifestations. Politics demands that there would be great events, and for great events to enter into history, the platform, the place is very important. That is the necessity of the Congress Hall.
According to some of the students, 40 years is not 40 days, and so there is the need for the center to go beyond being a place for events.
You see, this cannot just be a center of manifestation. It can go beyond and become a center of consultation, a center of research with doctoral research and studies that are being made. And for you to become a center of research, there must be substance, there must be documentations, there must be articles written so that people can come and draw from it and get inspired of it.
Going back to a place of memory is important for the people. To realize this, a book which will carry the 40 years existence of the center will be published to serve as an archive for the future generation.
Looking at some of our roads, we are talking about the Yaoundé number 10 national roads linking Biteng to the Ziem array of Nkwabang have recorded another accident around 3 a.m. this morning. It was as a result of a heavy loaded truck transporting drinks that had to turn over. A very disturbing situation, as this is the second accident that is occurring in a space of just days. Thanks, no life was lost on that during that accident. Our reporter Bertrand Atita and Black Elomo visited the site and tried to paint an image of exactly what happened. His report.
Circulation along the National Road number 10 from Biteng through Onzemare to Kwabang since 3 a.m. this morning was interrupted following an accident that occurred along the axis. A trailer buying Guinness products from Douala heading to Chad tumbled and blocked the area for hours. No human loss was recorded as narrated by the driver involved.
No man, no one. No man, yes. Except me, I guess small one, but nobody.
The incident occurred following the driver's attempt to spare an overspeeding vehicle coming from the opposite direction.
We will come up for up with the countdown. So we will countdown so some grommet, it be dodge hole for that bridge. If we dodge hole, then enter for our side. All right, we dodge the grommet too. Before one dodge the grommet, some small motor be parked for corner. Small motor be parked for corner, so if we not for dodge the grommet, sometimes for jam face to face.
Many have blamed the recurrent accidents along the stretch on bad and the narrow nature of the road, which links the central region through the north to Chad, a neighboring country. Others say the accident would have been avoided if this small vehicle was not parked beside the road. Few days ago, another trailer heading to Chad also somersaulted at the same spot, causing great material loss. Recently, a demolition exercise was carried along the highway to permit the construction company begin work, a thing the inhabitants of Kwabang and those who ply the road are desperately waiting to come to reality.
Our viewers, it is with that report that we draw the curtains of our 6 p.m. news, a recap of our major stories. The fight against ovarian cancer intensifies amongst youth. A fair was organized today at the Yaoundé Multipurpose Sports Complex in a bid to sensitize youth and to urge them to carry out the message throughout that it is very important to get vaccinated against ovarian cancer. And at the Dizem Array linking Kwabang, that is the national number 10 road, have recorded another accident in the early hours of this morning, that we are talking around 3 a.m. breaking this morning. Huge material losses were recorded, but no human life was wasted. This has been attributed to the bad state of road as the population cry out for something to be done to see how to reconstruct that stretch of road. Thanks for watching. Tomorrow, God willing, is another day. Have a blessed evening.